Hi, my name is Scott Strohs, and this is MySQL Shorts. MySQL Shell offers several ways to add custom functionality. Today, we're going to talk about using plugins to add that functionality. Plugins are stored in the plugins directory under the .mysqlsh directory in your root directory. You can see I have quite a few plugins, and most of them are from a community-supported GitHub repo. The link is in the description. But the one we're going to focus on is the one named production. The main file for a plugin must be named init.js or init.py, depending on which language you're using for the plugin. Let's take a look at the JavaScript file for my plugin. We start by setting a variable named object to the result of shell.createExtensionObject. Next, we call shell.addExtensionObjectMember and pass in several arguments. The first argument is the variable we just created. Next is the name of the member or method we want to define. Here, we use pull. The third argument is the JavaScript code we want to execute when this member method is called. Let's break down this code. I should probably fill you in on what this plugin does. It will simply copy the schema of a database on a remote server to my local machine. When this method is called, we first output some text to the console using print. Next, we set some local variables to the values of environment variables. These include information that will allow us to connect to the remote database and my local machine. With the local variables defined, we add some logic to verify they are all set, and if not, we send a message to the console. If the variables are all set, we connect to the remote database using shell.connect. And then we use the local variables to build the connection URI, the SSH host, and define which SSH identity file to use. After we are connected to the remote database, we call util.copySchemas, and we pass in 3 arguments. The first is an array of schemas we wish to copy. Here, we are just copying one schema, and its value is in the variable named dbschema. The second argument is the connection information for the target system, which in this case is my local machine. The last argument is an options JSON block that defines how we want the data to be copied. The first option tells MySQL Shell to copy the data using 8 threads. The session init SQL option defines a SQL statement we want to run before we initiate the copy. Here, we delete the DB schema if it exists. Lastly, we define some compatibility options. Strip definers will remove any definers when copying database objects, and strip restricted grants removes restricted privileges from the exported data. When we are done copying the data, we connect to the new or replaced schema on the target instance, and then we print a message to the console. The last argument we pass to shell.addExtensionObjectMember is information that is used if a user wants help information about our plugin. And finally, we register our new object using shell.registerGlobal and pass in the name of the object we're going to use, the object that we created earlier, and some information that will be used if a user asks for help. With our plugin defined, let's fire up MySQL Shell and see it in action. Once we are connected, we simply call prod.pull and watch as the data is copied from the remote database to our target machine. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe. Also, there'll be a link in the description for any code or files we used during this video.